Okay, so I was going through some book tags, just scrolling through fun. Of course, I do that rather often, even though I don't make book tags that often. And I found one that was called the Coffee Book Tag, and it occurred to me that I should have done that one first, and I don't know why I didn't, because I'm pretty sure I've seen it before, and I am obsessed with coffee. I mean, the name of my booktube channel is Books and Caffeine. I love coffee and books, so I don't know why I didn't do this tag, but yeah, and I'd seen it before, so I really don't know why I didn't do it. The original tag was made by Bangity Bangs, and I'm going to have a link below to their channel or video. And I was not tagged for this, but it's coffee book tag. You can't keep me from doing this. So the first one is Black Coffee. Name a series that's tough to get into but has hardcore fans. The only one, like the first one that came to my mind for that was specifically the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. If you've seen my bookshelves recently, then you know that Warstorm is the only book in the series that I have, even though I've read all the books except for Warstorm yet. I'm going to be reading this soon, in the next couple months. I've been busy lately. But I don't own the first 3 books in the series, so that's why I'm using the last book in the series to talk about it. But this series is not for everyone. It was really hyped, and a lot of people read it because of the hype and really disliked it. It is hard to get into for a lot of people, but once you get into it, and if you do enjoy it, you can't get out of it, really. You can't get out of it, no matter how many people die in the series. So, it's a hardcore fandom. Especially if you go online and look up Red Queen memes or fan art and stuff. Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or a festive time of the year. For everyone else, I feel like Harry Potter, but for me, definitely Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, because I have a stack of books that is everything based off of that, like sequels to Pride and Prejudice that other people wrote, from Mr. Darcy's point of view, which I finally read, and a lot of others like that. Austen Land, basically anything Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice is like forever reread for me. I don't know why, but I got into it when I was 13, and I've reread it like twice a year ever since. And it's not that hard to do, actually. And I, like, rewatch every version that there is and stuff, so my parents get sick of it, but yeah. Hot Chocolate. What is your favorite children's book? Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo is my favorite. Where's Waldo and Dr. Seuss are my top favorites forever. Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. For that, I would have to say The House of Hades by Rick Riordan, because the last book before this, The Mark of Athena and the Heroes of Olympus series, left with a cliffhanger, and I honestly did not freak out too much at that cliffhanger, like everyone else in the fandom did, because it was Percy and Annabeth. I mean, come on, they're gonna survive that fall. So, yeah, I wasn't too worried, especially when I knew another book like this thick was gonna come out. And the series was not over yet, definitely. So this book was definitely keeping me on the edge of my seat, because there was, well, we still had another book coming after this one, but, like, you wanted to know what happened, if they were going to make it, who was going to die next and stuff. Especially when it first came out, it definitely, you couldn't put it down. I think I stayed up like all night reading this. I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure I did. Starbucks! Name a book you see everywhere. If you guys go to thrift stores or even garage sales to get books, like I have to, because I'm broke most of the time, so you will see the Twilight books or the Hunger Games there, like everywhere. They're at every thrift store really that sells books. You always find a copy of them there. So I literally like see them everywhere, even though I already own them and have read them several times. So, the Hipster Coffee Shop. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. Okay, I actually really like to read self-published authors, or I love to read books, series, whatever, that are undiscovered, okay, or especially right before they get discovered. I think everyone likes that. But, so this was hard to pick because there are so many to do for this, but I'm going to do one that I specifically have not done a book talk for and will maybe not do, but one that I would suggest and one that I did like, but I know I'm not going to talk a lot about like the others I will. Erin Forbes is a self-published author. She's been writing books a lot of her life. She lives in New York, and about 3 years ago I think, she put out the first book in the Fire and Ice series. Okay, funny story for these two covers. This is the same book, y'all. I saw book 2 had come out that she wrote. She's working on book 3 right now, by the way. I'm going to have a link below to her channel on YouTube here that she has author talks on, and you guys can go subscribe to her or just check out her videos. And to her website I'll also have where you can check out what her books are about and stuff. But the first book, Fire and Ice, The Elementals, first book in the Fire and Ice series, came out, and I think in 2016 actually. And I had really wanted to read it, but I was broke. So, yeah. I couldn't get it for a while. And then book 2 finally came out, so I decided to put together my money and actually get it. Now, the day that I got this in the mail, because I ordered it from Amazon, I saw that the author did a cover change for the first book that matches the second book that had just come out. And this is the cover change. And it is gorgeous, okay? It is so pretty. And this version, the cover change version, actually was revised a bit more and is a bit different than this version. So the author sent me this one because she wanted me to have the cover change. So for those of you who don't know what it's about and don't want to go check out her website, it is these two twin sisters named Alice and Emery Hanley, and they have gifts. Okay, that's what they're called. And those are powers, superpowers, and they go to a boarding school. It's like Harry Potter, kind of, but they're not wizards. And everyone has a gift there, and they're all different. And there's a prophecy about 4 elementals. Okay, and the 2, I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah. So, I really enjoyed this a lot, actually. I would not suggest it for everyone, but then I don't suggest everything for everyone because we all have different opinions on books and stuff. But the Fire and Ice, the Elementals, like the descriptions were so beautiful. It was so lovely. Like you could see the world and stuff. And I really liked the author's creativeness and the details she used. It was so beautiful. And then I know it's kind of short, but like I'm trying to get book 2 right now because I need to know what happens. But yeah, the sisters especially I really liked, and I liked all the different gifts and powers that they all had. It was so creative and unique. I really liked it. Like it was like Harry Potter and a lot of fantasy books that I've read, but it was so different and unique at the same time that it was really good. So I'm gonna shout out Erin Forbes. I'll also have her Pinterest account down in the description below, so you can check out her inspiring boards, and there'll be links and pins to where you can get the books and stuff. Next is, oops, I accidentally got decaf. Oh, that would suck. Name a book that you were expecting more from. I'm sorry, but that would suck if you accidentally got decaf. I've had decaf before, and it is not the same. It's not the same. Well, it kind of is, but I like to bounce off the walls with energy, especially when I'm writing. So I have a hard time sitting still in general, except for those times I just stare at the wall blankly. So, all right, a book that you were expecting more from? Okay, that. Oh boy, there's a lot of those. Let me think about this. Recently or unrecently? I'm really sad about this, but I feel like I have to go with this one. The Young Elites by Mary Lou. I love Mary Lou's books, okay? And I did enjoy this one, but it was the least favorite of all of Mary Lou's books that I've read. And I really wanted to like it a lot, like the others that I've read of hers, but I just couldn't. So I honestly did expect more from it, and that's why I have to pick this book for this, because I did expect more from it. I did enjoy it, yes, but not as much as I had previously wanted to, because I had so many expectations for it. And while it did exceed some expectations, I wouldn't say it fell short, but it did not give me what I'd wanted when I'd read all her other books. I did not want to reread it again, like I have with the Legends series and with Warcross. I mean, except for the ending for Champion. So, yeah. I think I have to go with the Young Elites for that one. Okay, last one. The Perfect Blend. Name a book or series that was both bitter and sweet, but ultimately satisfying. I really like that description because I am moody. I am like a mood reader, and I'm also a mood coffee drinker. So I can drink straight black coffee with no sugar, no cream, or nothing. And sometimes I prefer that. Sometimes I want more bitter coffee than I do sweet coffee, so I really like that description. Alright, and I was rambling. Whoops. For that, I think I have to go with the Anna Dressed in Blood series. I do not have book 2 yet, but I have read it, and I really need to get that, actually. But, I loved the first book a lot. Like, I still love it, and I have actually reread it several times now. And the second book, I've reread the ending several times. But, so it was bitter, and it was sweet, especially in the second book, because there was stuff going on that we weren't too happy about, and we definitely liked the first book better. At least a lot of people that I've heard and talked to that read it had the same reaction as me, so that's why I say we, is because them and I both did. But I did like the ending of the second book. It was satisfying. Like, if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. It was so satisfying and heartwarming, but heart-wrenching at the same time. I got my brother to read this series, and he was like, right in the feels. So, yeah. I'd have to go with the Anna Dressed in Blood series, because it is, the first book, it had everything you wanted. And then the second book, it started to go a little downhill. There was stuff happening, and we weren't really happy most of the book, and it wasn't as good as the first book, but then that ending made up for everything, because it was so good and so well written, and I expect nothing less of Kendar Blake, honestly. So, yeah, next, who am I gonna tag? Okay, I have very few friends on BookTube, honestly, so I'm not sure who to tag, but I'm gonna go with Danny's Books, and Caitlin, Lisa, I think. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm not good at saying people's last names. But I will leave a link below, and I will tag them. And I will try to tag Emma Novella too. Alright guys, so that was the coffee book tag that I really needed to do. And now that I've done it, now I gotta go do some other book tags I've been meaning to do as well. So, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you like my videos, please subscribe if you want to. And if you guys want to do this book tag, go ahead. I would suggest it. It was actually quite a bit of fun. I especially just like it overall because it was coffee and books. But even if you aren't tagged, I would suggest doing it because I actually have to do a lot of book tags that I was not tagged for. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.